Yes, good morning students. So, I hope I am audible to you. So, good morning everyone. So, we will be continuing with the previous topic. In the last topic, we found the resultant vector and its magnitude. Okay. So, if two vectors A and B have an angle theta, then the resultant vector, it can be called as R. So, I can take A vector plus B vector. When you add them, you will get a new vector which is R. So, if you want to find the magnitude, then it is root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, right? These things were discussed in the last class. So, what if there are two vectors, both have same magnitude, both magnitude is same, but they make an angle 120 with each other. They make an angle 120 degree with each other. ಅವಂತೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ మీద ಬುರ್ಬಣ ಲೈಟ್ ಅದ ಆ ಚೂರಿಂಚಿ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಹೊಡಿತೀನಿ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. Okay, so let us solve this. What will be the resultant? Resultant will be root of both the vector have same magnitude, so it will be a square plus a square plus 2, then it is a into a. This will be cos 120. So, what is the value of cos 120? What is cos 120? I tell you good morning Mangaluru. What is the value of cos 120? The cos 120 value is minus half. You substitute the value here, then what will be the answer? Magnitude of the vector will be, so here cos 120 will be minus half, so the answer will be root of, and a square is 2a square minus is because cos 120 is minus half, plus into minus it will be minus, so 2 into half, so 2 into a square minus half. Here 2 and 2 get cancelled. If you solve this, magnitude will be root of a square, so it is a. Yes, magnitude of resultant vector is a, and where will be the r? R will be the diagonal here. R will be the diagonal. This is R vector, and this R will make an angle 60 degree. When both magnitude are same, this will be exactly in the middle of these two vectors. You have to remember that. Okay. If two vectors if they have same magnitude and theta is the angle between them, then resultant vector is r, which makes an angle theta by 2 with any one vector. You have to remember this. Here theta is the total angle between A and B, then r will make an angle theta by 2 with A and also theta by 2 with another vector. Yes. So, what if two vectors makes an angle 30 degree? Two vectors are 30 degree with respect to each other. Then what will be the answer for this? So, resultant will be a square plus a square plus 2a square cos 30. So, on solving you will get r is equal to root of a square plus a square, it is 2a square plus, and this will be, what is the value of cos 30? Cos 30 value is root 3 by 2. So, on solving this you will get root 3 a square. So, on solving, what is the magnitude of r? Magnitude of r is a square and a square are common here. You can take it out, then it will be a root of 2 plus root 3. And resultant vector will make an angle 15 degree with both the vectors. Okay. Right. Yes. So, we shall use this in a problem. A object have mass 1 kg and there are two forces on the body. One is 10 Newton and another one is same, it is 10 Newton. Okay. There are two forces 10 Newton and 10 Newton. Angle between them is 60 degree. Okay. You have to find acceleration of mass 1 kg. So, you already know a simple formula, F is equal to ma. By this formula we can find acceleration. Okay, but the thing is that this is net force. Okay, since there are two forces here, we need to calculate F net. It is magnitude. How to find net force? Net force is found by resultant formula F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. ಒಂದು ಎತ್ತನ ಸರಿ ಅವ ತಿರ್ತದ ರೈಟ್ ಉಂಡು Yes. Okay, just pause and play. చూరు ఇంచు చెప్పాడు బోర్డు మీద పడిచావు లైట్ స్ట్రైటా okay just try to solve this the f net will be root of what is f 10 square plus 10 square plus 2 into 10 cos 60. We have a shortcut for this. We have discussed in the yesterday's class. The answer will be 10 root 3, right? It will be 10 root 3. ಅವತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಪಂಡ ಅವು ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಆದ ಒಂದು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದಲ್ಲ two forces are same, it is 60 degree. When two vectors are same, and angle is 60, the resultant will be 10 root 3, or we can solve this. Right? I hope it is audible now. I hope it is audible now. Yes. Hello. Yes. Hello. Okay. How the screen on? Screen on. Okay. Since here the forces are same, two forces are 10 Newton. We can substitute here. Angle is 60, so cos 60 value is half. So 2 and cos 60 can be cancelled. So 10 square plus 10 square plus 10 square, then it will be 10 root 3. Okay, you have to remember one result. So if there are same terms, x square plus x square, what is the answer for this? Since both the terms are same and they are getting squared, we can take x outside, it will be x. There are two terms, then it will be x root 2. Okay. ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ಸಿದೆ ನಾನು ಅಂದು ಹೌದು ಕನ್ಸಂಡು ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡು ಹಲೋ 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 ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ is it audible now? Is it audible now? That can do it. ಅವೈತೆ ಏನೈತೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಹೊಂಡ ಹಾಕ್ಲು 20 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ತು ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ನು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಲೇವಾ ಓಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಚಂಡಿ ವೈಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಣ್ಣ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಸರಿ ಅಣ್ಣ yes okay now if you have a object here, object mass is 1 kg and there is a downward force which is 20 Newton. Okay, higher Mayur and Thonadalli. The mass is 1 kg. So if there are two other forces here, 20 Newton and 20 Newton, angle between them is 120. Okay, find the net force. Find the net force on the body. Okay, see here, there are three forces now. There are three forces, 20, 20 and 20, and angle between these two forces is 120 degree, and here it's 120, and the third angle, it will be obviously 120. You find net force. What is the net force on the body? Okay, this is one of the standard result you have to remember. After solving this, you can solve it in a direct way. Okay, here there are three forces, all three forces are same. What is the angle here? It is 120 here, and it is 120, and it is 120 here, right? So how to solve this? Let us solve these two forces first. Okay, we have an object here. There are two forces, 20 Newton and 20 Newton. What is the angle here? 120 degree. First, let us find the resultant of this. Okay, when you solve 20 Newton and 20 Newton, what is the net force? So what is the angle here? 120 degree. I have given you the result. Remember this, when two forces are same and angle between two vector is 120, the resultant will be 20 Newton itself, and it will be between these two vector. Okay, you have to remember this result. When two forces are at an angle 120 degree, then the resultant will be F itself, and it will be exactly between two forces. Okay, now what is the resultant? Resultant is F. Is it clear? When there are two forces, the resultant is F itself. Now, which is the downward force? Downward force is 20 Newton, and the upward force, it is 20 Newton. Okay, now upward force is 20 and downward force is 20. Both are equal. Both the forces are equal, but direction is opposite. So one force is in upward direction, another force is in downward direction. So both the forces are equal and opposite, they get cancelled each other. So what is the net force? Net force is 0. Okay, is it clear? See here, there were three forces. I found the resultant of these two forces. The resultant of these two forces is 20 Newton. Okay, so after taking the resultant, we can neglect these two forces. Okay, earlier there were two forces which were 20 and 20. After taking the resultant, we can neglect that force So upward force is 20, downward force is 20. So both forces are equal and opposite direction, they get cancelled each other. So net force is 0. Is it clear? After taking the resultant, we can neglect the original vectors, which means if we have 3 forces here, this is 3 Newton and this is 4 Newton and this is also 4 Newton. Okay, and angle between them is here 120. What is the answer now? In this case, what is the answer? Okay, this is exactly in y-axis. This is positive y-axis. Okay, try to solve this problem. So first we shall simplify two forces. This is 4 and 4. What is the angle between them? 120. 4 Newton and 4 Newton. Angle between them is 120. What will be the answer? This is 120. So resultant is 4 Newton itself. If angle is 120 between two vectors, their resultant is 4 Newton. Both the vectors should have same magnitude, right? Now, what is the upward force? Upward force is 4 Newton and already the downward force is given in the question. It is 3 Newton. So these two are in opposite direction. So 4 Newton in upward direction, 3 Newton in downward direction. So what will be the answer? 4 minus 3. 4 Newton minus 3 Newton. This will be 1 Newton because 4 minus 3. When vectors are in opposite direction, they get subtracted. So 1 Newton in upward direction. This is the answer. Okay. I hope this is clear. Now, remember this result when there are three forces. When there are three forces and all the angle is 120 degree here. All the angle is 120 degree. What is the net force? Net force is 0. Why? Because if you take the resultant of these two forces, this is F itself, but it makes an angle 60 degree, and this F and this F, they are opposite in direction, so they get cancelled. The net force is 0. Okay. Got this? Yes. So in a similar way, if there are four forces, F and F, and we have here F and F. The angle is 90 degree here. All the forces are same, and angle between all the forces or any two force, angle between any two force is 90 degree. What will be the resultant? Resultant will be 0, right? Here upward force and downward force will cancel each other. Left side force and right side force also cancel each other. So here also F net is 0, right? Net force will be 0. So here, what is the angle? This is 360 divided by 4, right? This is 360 divided by 4. If angle between the forces is 360 divided by n. What is n? N is number of forces. And magnitude are same. All magnitude are same. Then F net is 0. F net is 0. Okay. If there are a number of forces, here there are 4 forces, all the forces are same, and if angle between two forces is obeying the condition 360 by n, 360. What is n? This is number of force. What is 360 by n? 360 by 4. 360 by 4 is 90. So this angle satisfies this condition. Therefore, net force will be 0. Suppose there were 3 forces. Okay, 3 equal force, F, F and F, and what should be the angle between them so that net force is 0? There are 3 forces. So to have F net 0, theta should be 360 by n. So theta is equal to 360 divided by, what is n? N is number of forces. Here it is 3. So 360 by 3, it is 120 degree. So if angle between any 2 forces is 120, okay, then net force is 0. So to get net force 0, it should satisfy this condition, 360 by n. So now, if we have 2 forces, what should be the angle between them? If you have 2 forces, what should be the angle so that F net is 0? So we can use this condition, 360 by n. Okay. So 360. What is the number of forces here? 2. So the answer will be 180, right? So if there are 2 forces, angle between them should be 180, right? If 2 vectors are in opposite direction, what is the angle? It is 180 degree. Here net force will be 0, right? I hope this is clear. If there are 5 forces, what should be the angle? There are 5 forces which is F. Find the angle so that F net is 0. Suppose I have 5 forces. Suppose I have 5 forces. What should be the angle here? What should be the angle so that net force is 0? Yes. If theta should be 360 by n, it is 360 by 5, which is 72, right? The net force is 0. So this type of question may be asked in CET. So if there are 100 forces, in this way, okay, but all are same, what should be the angle? All are originating from same point, but there are 100 forces, F1, F2, F3, F4, all are equal, magnitude is equal. What should be the angle here? It is 3.6, right? Simply it is 360 by n. This is 360 by 100. This result you should be knowing. Okay. Now, we added 2 vectors by using triangle law and parallelogram law. Now, for multiplication, there are two methods. One is dot product and another is cross product. Multiplication of vectors can be done in two ways. Either we can get the dot product of it or it is cross product. In scalar multiplication, there is only one type. If 2 into 3, the answer will be 6, right? But in vector multiplication, it depends on which product you are finding, whether it is a dot product or cross product. And what is dot product? If there are two vectors, A vector and B vector, dot product is represented by A vector dot B vector, okay? Dot product is represented by A vector dot B vector, and this is found by magnitude of A, magnitude of B and cos theta. If you use this formula, A, B cos theta, you will get dot product, and cross product is represented as A cross B. If you want to find the value of this, you have to use AB sin theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between two vectors. If A and B are two vectors, angle between them is theta. So if you have to multiply them, then you can use these two formulas. If you need a dot product, then you have to go for AB cos theta, and if you want to find cross product, you have to go for AB sin theta, and we have a unit vector here, okay, and depends on the need, okay. Sometimes we are in need of finding dot product. For example, work done is dot product of force and displacement, okay. What is the formula for work done? What is the formula for work done? Work done is force into displacement. These two are vectors. You already know force and displacement are vector. Since we are multiplying them, here the dot product function is used, okay. And you may heard about the torque. It is R vector cross F vector, okay. Torque you may have heard in rotating a body. If you are rotating a body, there is a torque on the body, right? If your object is rotating, there is action of torque. Torque is found by R vector cross F vector, okay. So here these two are vectors, but here we are applying cross product, and here we are applying dot product, okay. Why we are using dot product here and not the cross product? This will be discussed in the next class, okay. Why work done is a cross product and not a dot product, okay. So work done formula is F vector dot S vector. Here you can see we are performing the dot product, or we are multiplying with dot product formula. So yeah, the work done is equal to, what is the exponent of this? This will be F into S cos theta, okay. Yes, R is the radius, or you can tell the perpendicular distance from a fixed point, okay. R is the perpendicular distance, or we can say sometimes position vector. And torque is equal to RF sin theta. So there are two ways to multiply. One is cross product and dot product, okay. So we shall discuss about dot product. Dot product can be done in two ways, okay. Dot product can be done in two ways. Dot product is also known as scalar product. Dot product is also known as scalar product. Why it is scalar product? The answer will be dot product or scalar product. If you have two vectors, A vector and B vector, how to represent the dot product? It is A dot B, okay. If you use dot here, it means the two vectors are getting multiplied by in this method dot product. So dot product can be found by one of the formula is AB cos theta. And when you can use this formula? When you know the magnitude of two vectors. When you know the magnitude of two vectors and angle between them, you can use this formula AB cos theta. Okay. And in another method, a vector is represented by some coordinates. For example, x1 I cap and y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. And second vector, it is also given by coordinates x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z1 k cap. Okay. Sometimes they will give the magnitude and they will give the angle. Then we can perform dot product by this formula. Sometimes the vector is represented by some coordinates. For example, a vector is given as 1 I cap plus 2 j cap. Then dot product is done by this formula x1 x2 plus y1 y2 plus z1 z2. We have to use this formula, okay, depending on the how uniform is. Okay, all the things will be informed to you from the office. No need to worry about the uniform and books. They will inform you through any message. Okay. This is Z2 K cap. And for only. Okay. Just only discuss about the class here. So, depending on the conditions, we can use the formulas. When this formula is used, when the vector is given in this coordinate form, and if they have given as the magnitude and angle, you can go for AB cos theta. So, I will give you an example for this. So, you know a formula, work done is F vector dot S vector, okay. And why this is a dot product? Why it is not a cross product? See, work done is maximum when force and displacement are in same direction, that is theta is 0, right? Work done is maximum when force and displacement are in same direction. So, these two are vectors, but to calculate work done, the formula is product of force and displacement, but here force and displacement, work done is maximum when angle is 0. Here, since when two vectors are in same direction, work done is maximum. Here, we can use this F into S cos theta. In physics, few quantity will be maximum when two are in same direction, and work done is minimum when theta is 90. If a physical quantity is maximum when theta is 0 and minimum when theta is 90, then it comes under dot product multiplication. But when we are rotating a body, this is force and this is a center point and this is R, right? This is F, this is R. Here torque is maximum when theta is 90 and torque will be minimum. If you apply force in same direction as that of radius, your torque will be 0. So, here what is the angle? Theta is 0, right? Here torque is maximum when theta is 90 and torque is minimum when theta is 0. This comes under cross product category. Okay, it depends on the nature of the physical quantity. If work done is depending on force and displacement, work done is maximum when these two are in same direction, and it is minimum when angle is 90. So if a quantity is maximum when theta is 0 and quantity is minimum when theta is 90, it comes under cross product. And if a quantity is maximum when angle is 90 and quantity is minimum when theta is 0, then it comes under cross product. Okay. Work done. I warned for the type of. Okay, so this is the formula for work done. Okay, so work done is given by force into displacement. So here a force vector is given by 2I plus 2j and displacement vector is given by 2I cap plus 3j cap. Okay, find the work done. This is the question here. Find work done. So what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Force is equal to 2I plus 2j. It means 2 Newton force is acting in x axis and 2 Newton force is acting in y axis, and here displacement is 2I plus 3j, which means body moves 2 meter in x axis and 3 meter in y axis. Okay, body moves 2 meter in x axis and it moves 3 meter in y axis. So which multiplication we have to do? We are going for dot product. Okay, now so work done is calculated by dot product. Here the coordinates are given. If this is x1, then this is x2, this is x2, this is y2. Okay, so how to do the dot product? It is x1 x2 plus y1 y2. So if you solve this, what will be the work done? Work done is 2 into 2 plus 2 into 3. Last page. So this will be 2 into 2, it is 4 plus 3 2s are 6. So work done will be 10. So it is 10 joule. Okay. So we shall solve one more problem. A force is given by 2I plus 3j plus 4k, which means force in x-axis is 2 Newton, force in y-axis is 3, and force in z-axis is 4, and displacement is given as 3k cap. It means the body is moving in only z direction. Find the work done. Find the work done. So how to calculate work done? Work done is calculated by x1 x2, or if this is fx, this is fy, and this is fz, and this is displacement in the z direction. What is work done? Work done is equal to force in x into displacement in x plus force in y into displacement in y plus force in z axis into displacement in z direction. You can go for this formula also. Okay, this is a dot product form. So work done is equal to multiply x coordinate with x coordinate. You don't find an x coordinate here. So force in x axis is 2. What is the displacement in x axis? So you don't find any I cap here. So it is 0 here. Plus what is force in y axis? It is 3. You don't find any j coordinate here. So y coordinate is 0 plus z force is 4 Newton. What is the displacement in z axis? It is 3, right? After solving this, what is the work done? This is 12 joule, right? I hope how to find dot product. Okay, so where it is used, you can use it in finding work done, and also you can find power also. Power can be found by dot product of force and dot product of velocity. So if force is given as 1I plus 2j and velocity is given as 3k cap, find power. The power is force dot V. This is the formula. This will be studied in 11th standard. So find the work done here. So sorry, what is the power here? Power is Fx Vx plus Fy Vy plus Fz and Vz. Okay. You have to just multiply the x coordinate, then y coordinate and z coordinate, and you have to add all them. Okay, so what will be the answer here? What is Fx? Fx is 1. What is 2? 2 is Fy. And what about Fz? Fz is 0. You don't find any z coordinate. And here, what is 3? 3 is velocity in z direction. Okay. So if you use this, Fx is 1, Vx is 0, plus what is Fy? Fy is 2, Vy is 0. What is Fz? Fz is 0 and Vz is 3. So what is the power? Power is 0. Yes. So finding dot product is important here. If the vector are in coordinate form, you have to perform x1, x2 plus y1, y2 plus z1, z2. Okay. I hope the dot product multiplication is clear to you. So it is a simple way. We shall continue in the next session. So just remember how to perform dot product. Okay, for given two vectors, how to perform dot product. Okay, there will be a 5 minutes break. Okay, huh? In the same link. We shall continue in the next session. Okay, stay in the same link. Alda, sir, last page. Okay, Netra. Okay, stay in the same link. Next class will be continued in the same link. Okay, thank you.
ನೋಡಿ ಲೈವ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಲೈವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಲಿಂಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹಲೋ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಹಾಕಿ, ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಿಡ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೈಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಲಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹೌ ಆರ್ ಯು ಆಲ್? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ PU ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ PU ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕಂಗ್ರಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಟಾಪ್ 10 ಒಳಗಡೆ ನೀವು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಟಾಪ್ 10 ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಟಾಪ್ 10 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ 50 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಇದು. ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಪ್ 10 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ನ 50 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ 50 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ನವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಟಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿ 597 ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ 595 ಇದೆ. ಟಾಪ್ 10 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ 50 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಂತಹ ಟಾಪ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡುವಂಥದ್ದೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್, ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, JEE ಇರ್ಬೋದು, CET ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಮಿಡ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ಬೈಟ್ ಒಂದು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಬೈಟ್ ಒಂದು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದಾ? ಒಂದು ಹಾಕಿ. ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಂತ. ಎಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿ. ಹೌ ಆರ್ ಯು ಆಲ್? ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ? ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಈಗ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. PUC ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತು CBSE ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಸೂನ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ CBSE ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ವಿದಿನ್ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೂ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಬಂದು ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಸೊ 597 ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದೆ. ವಿಜಯ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ವಿಜಯವಾಣಿ, ಉದಯವಾಣಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಟಾಪಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ PU ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇದು, ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ PU ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಎಸ್, ಬರ್ತೇನೆ 5 minutes ಯೂಸ್ ಪಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮರೆ ಬೈಟ್ ಈಗ ಮುಗ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪಂಜನ್ ಮಲ್ಪುಜ್ ರೇಖೆ ಏನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಪ ಮೊರಾಣಿ ಪಂತೆ ಪಾಡ್ಲೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಒಂದು ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ ನಾನು. ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಯಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸಮೀಕ್ಷಾ ಸತೀಶ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. 10th ತುಂಬ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 60% ಹಂಗಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂದ, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂದ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUನಲ್ಲಿ 85% ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್.
Hi everyone, my name is Hevan Padel. I am from Mysore. ನಾನು 10th ನಾನು 65% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು 84% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಬಂದ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸು ಇವನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ತುಂಬ ನಂಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. Hi everyone, my name is Sevan Padel. I am from Mysore. ನಾನು 10th ನಾನು 65% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು 84% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಬಂದ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸು ಇವನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ತುಂಬ ನಂಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಹಾಯ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್, ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆವನ್ ಪಟೇಲ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈಸೂರು. ನಾನು 10th ನಾನು 65% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು 84% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಬಂದ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸು ಇವನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ತುಂಬ ನಂಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಹಾಯ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್, ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆವನ್ ಪಟೇಲ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈಸೂರು. ನಾನು 10th ನಾನು 65% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು 84% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಬಂದ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th
ತುಂಬ ನಂಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ.
ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ, 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸಮೀಕ್ಷಾ ಸತೀಶ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. 10th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಹೇಳಕ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 60% ಹಂಗಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PU ನಲ್ಲಿ 85% ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್.
ಹಾಯ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್, ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆವನ್ ಪಟೇಲ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈಸೂರು. ನಾನು 10th ನಾನು 65% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು 84% ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಬಂದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸು ಇವನ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ತುಂಬ ನಂಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಹಿರೇಮಠ್. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮೂಡಲಗಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಂದು 10th 53% ಇದ್ದು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ 91% ಆಗಿದೆ. 37% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್.
ನಾನು ವೇದಾವತಿ ಎಸ್ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್. ನಾನು ಮೈಸೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು 10th 75%, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್ and all the facilities provided by the college and management support, I had scored 92% with a distinction. Thank you for Excel, and it is a wonderful institution where
ಅಣ್ಣ ಸರ್ HODನಾಗಲಿ ಪೂರ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಒಂಜಿ ಮಲ್ಪರ ನೋಡು ಪೂರ ಬೊಕ್ಕ ಮಿತ್ತ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬೇತೆ ತೀರ್ಥ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬೇತೆ ಅವಳು ಕೂಡಲೇ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇದು ಮಲ್ಪರ ಬಯಾಲಜಿನ ಬರೆದಾತ ನೀರು ಎಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ hello students 5 minutes okay last class we studied about chemical bonding yes students what do you mean by bonding bond is nothing but forces of attraction right which holds two or more constituent together the bond of chemical bond is nothing but it is the force of attraction which holds two or more constituent together right okay many students are asking when offline class okay offline class ಈ ಮಂತ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಪುನಃ ಕೇಳುವ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಈ ಮಂತ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಫೋನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಓಕೆ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ionic bond right chemical bonding and reason for chemical bonding there are two type of strong bonds that is ionic bond is also called as electrovalent bond correct ionic bond ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೇಮ್ ಏನು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ electrovalent bond so how ionic bond is formed ionic bonds are formed by transfer of electron right transfer of electron from one atom to another atom transfer of electron from one atom to another atom are called as ionic bond after transfer there will be a force of attraction the force of attraction is also called as electrostatic force of attraction hence the bond is called as ionic bond can you give example for ionic bonds can you give example for ionic bond ಸೊ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ 1 PU ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫುಲ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಫುಲ್ ರಶ್ ಇದೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಇನ್ನು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಒಂದು 100 ಸೀಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಮ್ಮದು 400 ಇತ್ತು ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಇಂಟೇಕ್ 400 ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇನ್ನು 100 ಸೀಟ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ 500ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಸೊ 500 ಇನ್ನು 100 ಸೀಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇದೊಂದು 100 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬಾಕಿ ಇದೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆದ್ಲು ನನ್ನ ರೂಮ್ಮೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅವಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಸರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಬುಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಓಕೆ ಎಸ್ ionic bond example for ionic bond we studied example classic example of NaCl right MgO we studied right so how it is formed by the transfer of electron from one atom to another atom so next one covalent bond covalent bond what do you mean by covalent bond covalent bond is it is formed by the transfer of electron sorry covalent bond is formed by the mutual sharing of electron transfer of electron is called as ionic bond mutual sharing of electrons are known as covalent bond we studied example of H2 hydrogen one electron one more hydrogen one electron mutual sharing both are happy ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಯಾವುದು ಹೀಲಿಯಂ ರೈಟ್ ಸೊ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ರೈಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್ formation of covalent bond by explaining with the example of methane. Can you write now? Mutual sharing. Yes. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಬುಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಮನ್ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೋನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಇಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ನಾನೊಂದೀಗ 11:40ವರೆಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಶಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಪಾಪ ಅವರ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಡಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷದಾಗೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಸೊ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಆದರೂ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟಾಪ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಆ ಥರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಕೂಡ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮದು 2019ಇಂದ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಟಾಪರ್ಸ್, ಟಾಪ್ 10 ಒಳಗೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ 10th ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊನ್ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನೋಡಿದರೆ 10th ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಬರೀ 89%. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUC ನೀಟ್ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಆ್ಯನ್ಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ 99.5%. ಅದು ಇಂಕ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೆಮೆಂಡಸ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾಡ್ದು ನೀಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, JEE ಮನೆ ನೋಡಿದರೆ 99.69 ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಸೀಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಟಾಪರ್ ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಪಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಕವಿತಾ ಅವ್ರು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ 4 ಮಂದಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ನೀವು ಈ ಥರ 4 ಮೆಂಬರ್ 3 ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ತೆಗೆಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವರಿಯೇ ಬೇಡ. ಎಸ್, ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್? ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಹಿಯರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ರೈಟ್? How to write the formation of methane? So which are the two elements here? Central atom carbon. What is the atomic number of carbon? 6. K shell 2 electron, L shell 4 electron. So valence electrons of carbon is makle 4. Dot 1 2 3 4. How many dots? 4 dots, because it has 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Correct alva? So ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಈಗ 4 electron ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಪಾಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಲೂಸ್ 4 electron, ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ 4+. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ C4+ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಕ್ಸೆಸಿವ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಸಕ್ಸೆಸಿವ್ ಅಯೋನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, you know, right? Amount of energy required to remove the outermost shell electron is called as ionization enthalpy. So we know that, students, we can remove 1 electron or 2 electron. Size of carbon is very small. From the atom we cannot easily remove the 4 electron, right? Hence carbon cannot form 4+. 4+ agli chance illa. At the same time carbon cannot form 4-, because it cannot gain 4 electron. By gaining 4 electron it become again unstable. By gaining 4 electron it become again unstable, because carbon cannot hold 10 electron. Carbon atomic number is 6, means 6, right? It has how many protons? 6 proton. It cannot hold 10 electrons, because it become unstable. Got it? So carbon is not ready to lose the electron, not ready to gain the electron. That means it cannot form ionic bond. Hence ಬೇರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. So it should form mutual sharing. So carbon ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ mutual share ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಗೇನ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. So there will be a mutual sharing. So carbon bond with 4 hydrogen, right? Because hydrogen ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಹೀಲಿಯಂ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ 1 electron ಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಗೆ 1 electron ಬೇಕು, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ 4 electron ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹಿಯರ್? 2 electron. ದಿಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ 2 electron. ದಿಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ, 2 electron. Here also mutual sharing. How many electron? 2 electron. Here also to mutual electron. How many electron? 2 electron. All hydrogens are happy. At the same time all carbon ನೋಡಿ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, because it has how many electron? 8 electron. after sharing carbon ಕೂಡ happy. Nearest noble gas of carbon ಯಾವುದು? Neon has how many electrons in the valence shell? 8 electron. Octet rule. So both are happy. ನಾನು happy, ನೀವು happy. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತುಂಟಲ್ವಾ? So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ in all organic compound like homologous series like methane, ethane, propane, we studied, right? Homologous series, it is a series of closely related organic compound. Homologous series means the series of closely related organic compound. They can be represented by same general formula. They can be represented by same general formula, and they can be prepared by similar method, are called as homologous series. Organic chemistry, right? We know, right? Organic compounds. carbon and its compound. All organic compounds comes under covalent because all organic compounds are formed by mutual sharing of electrons, right? All organic compounds are formed by mutual sharing of electrons. Got it? Yes. Any doubt, students? Covalent bond, any doubt? It is formed by mutual sharing of electron, and we know that, student, covalent bond is formed by mutual sharing, hence it is compared to ionic bond. When compared to ionic bond ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, covalent bond ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ weak. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ವಾ, ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೀಕ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ they can exist as a both solid, liquid or gas. They can exist as solid, liquid or gas, but they are generally gas or liquid at room temperature. Normally room temperature ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, they are generally having low melting point and boiling point, right? Understood? They does not conduct electricity either in solid state or molten state because there is no free electrons. If there is a free electron, then only they can conduct electricity. They are generally less reactive. They are generally less reactive. But why organic compounds are reactive? Even though organic compounds are made up of covalent bond, why organic compounds are reactive? Any idea? Yak reactive makle? Because of presence of functional groups. In organic compounds, there is a functional group. What do you mean by functional group? So take any organic compound. ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೇ organic compound ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, it is mainly made up of covalent bond R-X. So ಈಗ R-X ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, so here organic compounds are mainly made up of two parts. One is alkyl group. This is called as alkyl, or it is sometimes it may be aryl. This is less reactive. This is less reactive or inactive part. R group is known as inactive part or less reactive. Got it? Whereas X idalva, X is known as highly reactive. Highly reactive. Whereas X is called as highly reactive part present in the organic molecule. Highly reactive part present in the organic compounds are called as functional groups. An atom, how to define functional group? For example, X can be OH, X can be carboxylic acid, COH, X can be halogen like chlorine, bromine or iodine, X can be fluorine, chlorine or bromine or iodine. What do you mean by X? X is known as functional groups. An atom or group of atoms, an atom or group of atoms which determine the properties of the organic compound. What do you mean by how to define functional groups? An atom or, for example, ROH, where R is called as alkyl C2H5, ethyl alcohol C2H5OH, RCOOH, carboxylic acid, CH3COOH, ethanoic acid, ethyl alcohol, ethanol, right? So where R group is the less reactive. Here also R group is same, C2, but which is the reactive part? Functional group. Entire property, physical property or chemical property, entire property of the molecules are decided by functional groups. Hence, ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೈಲಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ, ಸೊ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಯಾಸೆಂಜರ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ನೀವು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಯಾರು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅದು, ಅಥವಾ ಇಡೀ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವವರು ಯಾರು, ಯಾವ ಸೈಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗೋರು ಯಾರು, ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಯಾರು? ನಮ್ಮ ಪೈಲಟ್. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್. ಯಾರು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾರು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರಲಿ ಅದು ಲೆಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್, ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ functional groups. An atom or group of atoms, an atom or group of atoms which determine the properties of the organic compound, which determine the properties of the organic compounds are called as functional groups. Hence remember students, so ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ, ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಒಂದು 30ವರೆಗೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಕಲ್ತಿರಲ್ವಲ್ರಿ ಕೂಡ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಓದ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಪಿಕಾಲ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಈ ವರ್ಷ ನೋಡಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಥಿಯರಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನೀಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, JEE ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ದೊಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 10 ಮಂದಿ ಆದರೂ IIT ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಅಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ. ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 4 ರಿಂದ 5 ಮಕ್ಕಳು MCಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ನಾವು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ 248 ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮೆಡಿಕಲಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀ ಸೀಟ್ ತೆಗೆಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. MBBS ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, MBBS ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಒಬ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಅಂದರೂ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 10 ರಿಂದ 15 ಲಕ್ಷ ಇದೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೂ ಫುಲ್ ಮೆರಿಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು 20 ಲಕ್ಷ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ 5 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಬದಲು ನೀವು 2 ವರ್ಷ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟ್ರೈನರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ನಾವು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಟಾಪ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೀ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬೋರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನೀಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ 2 ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೀಟ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು 2 ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ JEE + CET ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ, ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಯು ಟಾಪ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮೆರಿಟ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ MBBS ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಾಗ ಫೀಸ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ 1 lakh ಅಲ್ಲ, 1 lakh ಆಗಿ 5 ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು, 5 lakhs ನೀವು MBBS ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಈಗ ಟಾಪ್ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಅಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ 20 ರಿಂದ 25 ಲಕ್ಷ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ 20 ಅಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ 4 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 80 ಲಕ್ಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಬದಲು ನೀವು 2 ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ PUC 2 ವರ್ಷ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ವರ್ಷ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಓದಿ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ವರಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ ಆಯಿತಾ. ಫ್ರೀ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫ್ರೀ ಸೀಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಫೀಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫೀಸ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 1 ಇಯರಿಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ 50,000 ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 4 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 2 lakh ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀವೇನು ವರಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ, ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಬೇಡ, ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಡ. ನಿಮಗೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಆದಷ್ಟು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೀಟ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಬಂತು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಒಂದು 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 100 ಸೀಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ. ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 15 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಶಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು 15 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಿಶಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಮಾಡಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್.
Okay, students, good morning. Let's continue with our last session, where we were discussing about the characteristic features of kingdom Animalia, the animals, correct? Yes, what we have studied in the last class? What were we discussing in the last class? Yes, we were discussing about the characteristic features of animals and how the animals are categorized into different categories based on arrangement of cells. Based on arrangement of cells, or you can say based on the level of organization. Based on the levels of organization, there are 4 levels of organizations which you already know. Which are the 4 levels of organization? Yes, which are the 4 levels of organization? Cellular level. Then we have studied about the tissue level, organ level, and the organ system level of organization, correct? So here we have already studied what happens or how the animals are categorized into cellular level. In the animals, there are they are multicellular. They are made up of many cells.
if the cells are in the form of loose aggregate and if there is a division of labor and those animals are categorized under, that means they have cellular level of organization. Then we have tissue level, when the cells with a similar structure, unde tarada cells, or if they have the same function, they combine together to form a tissue, and if the tissue performs the body function, then you call it as tissue level of organization. Then we have organ level and then organ system level. In case of organ level of organization, different types of tissue will combine together and form a organ, and if the organ performs the body function, then you call it as organ level of organization. Now coming to today's topic, where we'll discuss about the organ system. Organ system. So what is organ system level of organization? Organ system. Here, when two or more organs work together, when two or more organs work together to perform a specific function, one particular function, specific function, can we call this a specific function as a physiological function? Because when two or more organs will combine together to form a to perform a function, you call that function as physiological function. What is that function called? A physiological function. So here, in case of organ system, two or more organs. Now if I take example as organ digestive system, which are the various organs that help in the digestion, the process of digestion? There are various organs, correct? We have mouth, then pharynx, esophagus, then we have stomach, yes, then we have a small intestine, and then the large intestine, correct? Large intestine. So can I say there are two or more organs, that is there are mouth, esophagus, pharynx, more organs, they are aligned together, or they work together to perform a specific function. What is the function of this system here? What is the function of this system? If I take this as one organ system, what is the function of this system? Yes, alimentary canal, very good. This entirely we call it as alimentary canal. What is the function? The function is digestion. Can I call digestion as a physiological function? Yes. So can we call this as an organ system? So animals which has such type of organ system are grouped under these categories. Is it clear? I repeat, when we say organ system level of organization, animals having a organ system. So what is this organ system? When two or more organs work together, okay, when two or more organs, they combine together to form one system, and that system will perform a specific function. And what do you call that function as? You call that function as a physiological function, because here two or more organs are performing one common function. Is it clear? Okay. Example for organ system. Can you give an example? One of the organ system, if I take organ system, digestive system is one of the organ system, then circulatory system is one of the organ system, respiratory system is one of the organ system, excretory system is one of the organ system, correct? Yes. Example for the animals having organ system, we have earthworm. I am giving the example, common example. So the name of the phylum you will find it difficult right now. So if I take earthworm, then human beings, Any of the examples. The animals which possess the organ system, they come under organ system level of organization. Yes, nervous system, very good. The nervous structure, all these are the right answer, very good. Yes, human body consists of a muscular system, excretory structure. Yes, all the answers which you have given, all the answers are right. I hope this part is clear. Okay, animals are categorized based on the arrangement of cell. They are categorized into how many categories? There are 4 categories altogether. First one we have cellular level of organization, the lower level. The next level we have a tissue level of organization, followed by organ and organ system. To form an organ system, there are 2 or more organ will combine together, and what do? They perform a specific function, and we call a particular function as a physiological function. Now, I have given the example of a digestive system under organ system, whether all the animals coming under organ system have one type of digestive system or many. Based on the types of a digestive system. Now, my question is whether all the animals belonging to organ system have same type of digestive system. Do they have same type of digestive system? Yes? Do they have same type of digestive system? Yeah, no, there are different types. Very good. When we say digestive system, there are 2 types of digestive system. One is incomplete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system. And then a complete digestive system. Yes, based on the intake of food, they are categorized into different categories. Now here when we speak about the digestive system, they have an incomplete digestive system and a complete digestive system. Now, what is incomplete digestive system? Consider this as a body of an animal. Consider this as a body of an animal. Yes, if the body has one common opening outside the body, okay, consider this is the body of an animal. How many openings are there? One opening, and that one opening will serve both as mouth and anus. Okay, if the animal bears single opening. So how you can define incomplete digestive system? The animal bears single opening outside the body, which serves, yes, how you can define, which serves both as mouth and anus, which will serve both as mouth and the anus. So, if they have one opening and that will act as mouth and anus, then the digestive system is called, it is called incomplete digestive system. Tell me, what is incomplete digestive system? The body of an animal has one opening, and that opening, the intake of food also takes place through the same opening. The removal of waste also takes place through the same opening. Onde opening irtade, food olagade hogodu kuda ade region inda. The waste also comes out from the same region. So, the digestive system is not complete. Okay, it is not complete. So, you call it as incomplete digestive system. I hope it is clear with what is incomplete digestive system. Remember, the animal bears, in the body of an animal, there are how many openings? Single, one opening. And what do that one opening will do? It will serve both as mouth and anus. It will act as mouth as well as anus. If there is one opening, and you call it as incomplete digestive system. Example for incomplete digestive system is a platyhelminthes. Which one? Platyhelminthes, or you can say flatworms. What do you call it as? A flatworms. Very good. They have an incomplete digestive system. Now tell me, what is complete digestive system? If this is the body of an animal, this is the body of an animal, it will have two different opening outside the body. How many openings are there? Two. How many openings are there in incomplete? Single, one. How many openings are there in the complete digestive system? There are two different types of digestive system. One will serve as a mouth. That means the food will move inside the body through mouth, or the intake of food will take place through mouth, and the removal of waste. The waste is removed through anus. So here you can see the food enters to the mouth. It gets digested here. The one which is required will be absorbed by the body. Yavadella beko adella absorb agtade. The waste which is present has to be eliminated by the body through the anus. So how you can define complete digestive system? The animal's body bear two different openings outside the body. One serving mouth and other as anus, and the other as anus. And what do you call it as? A complete digestive system. Can you give an example for, yes, humans and animals? Yes, correct, Neeta, humans are right option. Or you can go with, if you want to name the phylum, you can go with Annelida. Example, Annelida. You'll know what annelidans are. Okay, Arthropoda. These are the name of the phylums. Arthropoda or vertebrata, or you can call it as chordates. All the chordates. Human beings comes under chordates. Okay, all these are the example for the complete digestive system. So here we are discussing about, based on the organ system, animals are categorized. They do not, all the animals belonging or having organ system will not have same type of organ system. Their organ system is different based on what type of food they take, where do they live, how their body is organized. Based on that it is categorized. When we say digestive system, there is complete digestive system and incomplete digestive system. Yes, humans and animals. When we say animals here, some of the animals have incomplete, so you cannot generalize it as animals. Examples. So when we say animals, incomplete digestive system, animals also have incomplete digestive system. Example, you have Platyhelminthes or the flatworms. Here, when we say complete digestive system, there are different phylums. If I give an example for Annelida, earthworm comes under Annelida. Cockroach comes under Arthropoda. Now, if I say chordates, all the dog, cat, elephant, horse, human being, they all come under chordata. Is that clear? Yes? If this is clear, we have different types of circulatory system. I need more time for that. That I'll continue in the next class. Before that, I'll finish off the germinal layer. So it's very simple. Based on the germinal layer, you had a list of categorizing the animals. First, you had arrangement of cell, then body symmetry, then you had germinal layer. We are done with the arrangement of cells, how the animals are categorized on the based on the arrangement of cell. Next, we have based on the germinal layer. If I take a topic of germinal layer, or you can call it as the embryonic layer. Embryonic layer. You know, after the fertilization, when the egg and the sperm comes in contact, okay, if it is fertilized, what is formed? The zygote will be formed, okay, and the zygote will start dividing into number of cells, the group of cells, and this group of cells will later transform into a embryo. Later it will transform into the embryo. Now, during the transformation into the embryo, during they transform into the embryo, their cells get arranged into different layers. What happens to the cells here? After division, they get arranged into different layers. This is one layer. Sorry. This is one more layer. Correct. So, here the cells get rearranged during the transformation of embryo, during the formation of embryo into different layer, and you call that layers as the germinal layer or the embryonic layer. What do you call them as? Germinal layer or the embryonic layer. This is clear? Okay, I just wanted to tell what is embryonic layer. After the fertilization, when the sperm and egg comes in contact, it forms a zygote. Zygote undergoes division. It forms a group of cell during which it has to transform into the embryo. Those cells will get rearranged into the embryonic layer, which will later form the fetus. Now, based on during the arrangement of cells here or during the arrangement of the embryonic layer, some will have 2 germinal layer. Some will have how many germinal layer? Only 2. And in the higher organism, that embryo will transform into during the transformation or rearrangement of the embryonic layer, they will form a 3 layers. Okay, some will have 2 layers and some has 3 layers. So, it is named as diploblastic animals. It is named as diploblastic animals and triploblastic animals. What is it named as? Diploblastic animals and diploblastic animals and triplo. The name itself says diplo means what? 2 layers and the triplo means 3 layers. Okay. Now here, what are diploblastic animals? As you already know, the animals which possess how many germinal layer? 2 germinal or the embryonic layer. 2 embryonic or germinal layer. Now the question is, which are those 2 layers? Now you know diploblastic has 2 layers and the triploblastic has 3 layers. So here animals which possess the 2 embryonic or the germinal layer, the outer layer is called outer ectoderm. What is it called? The outer layer is called ectoderm and inner endoderm. So which are the 2 layers? I'll draw the diagram here. If this is the arrangement. Okay, I have told you it has the outer layer called ectoderm. Which is the outer layer? Ectoderm. So here if I take this as the outer layer, here there are cells, correct? Consider these as cells. And what is this layer called as? What is it called? This layer is called ectoderm. So the outer ectodermal layer. Is it clear? During the arrangement of cells in the embryonic layers, if it has 2 layers, then you call it as diploblastic. And among that 2 layers, the outer layer is called ectoderm. And the inner layer, then we have the inner layer. Inner layer we have endoderm. What is this inner layer called? Endodermal layer. Inner layer is endoderm. Is it clear? So how many layers are there here? 2 layers. So the inner endoderm. This much is clear? Clear with what are diploblastic animals? Now here, in between the ectoderm and endoderm layer, can you see there is one layer but without a cell? Yes, there is one more layer, but that layer do not have cell, and that layer is called as a mesoglia. What is it called? A mesoglia. It is an undifferentiated layer, or which do not have the cell, non-cellular layer, and it is called a mesoglia. So how you can define a diploblastic? There are 3 points to remember here. One, it has how many embryonic or the germinal layer? 2 embryonic or the germinal layer. The second point is, which are those 2 layers? Outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. What is the third point? Between these 2 layers, there is an undifferentiated layer between which there is undifferentiated, which will not differentiate, which will not divide, differentiated layer called, what is it called? That undifferentiated layer is called mesoglia. This is how you define diploblastic animals. Example for diploblastic we have Coelenterata, and Ctenophora. Example, Coelenterata and Ctenophora. I hope you know what are diploblastic animals now. I have told you there are only 3 simple points to remember, that is 2 layers, outer ectoderm, inner endoderm, middle there is an undifferentiated layer called mesoglia. And example you already know, example we have Coelenterata and Ctenophora. Coelenterata and Ctenophora. Okay, now tell me what are triploblastic animals? Now tell me what are triploblastic animals? So you know in triploblastic how many germinal layers are there? The animals which possess how many germinal layer? 3 germinal layer. The name itself says triplo. Triplo means how many? 3. So here the animals which possess 3 germinal layer, and you know in 2 germinal layer the outer layer was ectoderm and the inner one was endoderm. Similarly here also the outer layer, which are those 3 layers? Outer, you have to tell me now, which is that outer layer? You have to answer me, what is the outer layer called? Yes, 3 germinal layer, I agree. I totally agree with those 3 germinal layer. Now, which are those 3 germinal layer? This is the outer one. You have to draw it neatly. This is the outer layer. And in the same way, we also have inner layer, endoderm. There was no cellular layer in between, but in case of a triploblastic animals, in middle also they have one more layer, cellular layer. So you already know the 2 layers. Outer. Yes, tell me which is this layer? Yes, all of you have answered it right. Amshu, Supriya, Neeta, Jevita. Yes, very good. Outer ectoderm and the inner layer which you already know, endoderm. But in case of diploblastic animals, the middle layer was called mesoglia. But here since they have cell, it is called mesoderm. What is it called? Mesoderm. So tell me how you can define the triploblastic animals. The animals which possess the 3 germinal layer, outer, ectoderm, middle, mesoderm, and inner endoderm. If they have all these 3 layers, then you call them as a triploblastic animals. Example for triploblastic, there are number of examples. The easy ones which you can remember, I'll let you know. One is Platyhelminthes, or you can say Chordata, and then Annelida, Arthropoda, any example you can give, which we have given this for organ system, correct? All examples you can give. Okay, this is about based on the germinal layer. Yes, here we will wind up for today's session, and you already know we have got a wonderful results, and the admissions are still open. If any one of your friends are willing to, friends or relatives are willing to join our college, we always welcome them. And since the admission process is a little forward now, we request them to come as soon as possible. And we are providing uniforms and study materials also. If you have paid less than 1 lakh, it has to be paid up to 1 lakh, and you can collect your uniform and the study materials. Okay, thank you. I'll clarify and then we'll move out. Results of 10th standard, mostly CBSE you will get in the mostly in 10 more plus 10 days, and the state syllabus may be in the month of May. If there is any doubt, you can ask, or else we'll wind up for today. Thank you. Yes, you can come to college when next week, from Monday, to collect the books and the uniforms. Okay. You will get a call regarding when you have to come. A particular date will be given to you. Okay, thank you.